What's not to love about that riff? Hello, my name is Brett Kingman. These are the Epoch Boost and Fuzzrite Minis, brand new reissues from my friends in Portland, Oregon, otherwise known as Catlin Bread. My history goes back with Catlin Bread back to 2008 when the sadly departed Nicholas Harris was in charge of the place, so we've got quite the history together. These two pedals have been big sellers for them, and understandably so. They teamed up with the Mosley crew to recreate the original Fuzzrite from the 60s, and the EP3 Epoch Boost has always been popular for them because they've done it so well. This is a Fender Esquire. I have at my feet, just dropped the pick. I have at my feet a Deluxe and the JTM 45 and a Super Lead Plexi, courtesy of the Axe-Fx, which does extraordinarily accurate reproductions of those amplifiers, because these will react differently with whichever platform you decide to put in front of them. So we'll start with the Deluxe, which everybody, I think, knows. It sounds like this. Where will we start? I think we'll start with the Fuzzrite. So it's a pretty simple affair. You've got a volume control over here on the left, and you've got a depth control, which is basically the gain for the second transistor, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check that out, but more fuzz. Now, if I go to a Marshall type circuit, like the JTM 45, which sounds like this. So you can hear that it has a much more pronounced effect in the top end. It's a bit more grindier, and I did have a delay pedal on there. I'll do that again without the delay. That's what the Fuzzrite does. Classic sound, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, Buck Owens tune. Which one's it called again? I can't remember. Quite a few songs you would know that sound from if you looked it up and researched it. Epoch Boost is basically the preamp section from the classic EP3 Echoplex. And you've got the preamp, which a lot of people love to use just on its own all the time. In fact, I think Richie Blackmore used to run one, and Ed Van Halen too. And you've got 22 dB of gain over here on the right volume. So if I go to something like, let's go to the Super Lead Plexi, which sounds like this. When I turn this on, you will notice a woody, much fuller sort of change. So you can dial in as much or as little of that preamp as you want with this control, the left control. It has a certain mid-range and a little bit of compression. It feels great under the fingers. It's definitely quite addictive once you've turned it on. And then you can inject even more to the front end of your amp with the volume control. So if you team it up with our Fuzzrite over here on the right, they make a pretty good combo. So it's been fun having these two in the ring together, I've got to say. In fact, I might just chuck a little bit of delay on there. See if I can get some crazy noise happening. Cattle and Bread, Epoch Boost and Fuzzrite Minis. See you soon.